Hey Lego fans, the force is with the new issue of... Wait, no, that's the wrong franchise. We're boldly going where no brick has gone before in the latest issue of Blocks magazine. I'd just like to talk you through issue 134, which is available to buy now at blocksmag.com. As you can see, we're celebrating the release of the new Star Trek Enterprise set in Lego Icons. Obviously, this is a franchise that fans have been waiting for. I can't believe it's happened. We all thought it was never going to happen. I mean, I'm more of a Star Wars person myself, but I know there's a huge number of Trek fans out there who've been really itching to get this one. So we're celebrating it in a big way in this issue of Blocks magazine. We hear from Hans Burkhard Schlömer and Crystal Fontan, who talk us through the set. They talk about their own Star Trek fandom, how their love of the next generation propelled them to work on this project, how special it was to them. And then they talk through some of the thinking that went into it, because it's really an incredible set. It's got this ridiculous overhang, yet it sits on the stand at an angle and everything. It's really clever. It's really interesting. Dave Cartledge has seen every episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, so he was the perfect person to review the set. He has built it. He gives his verdict. He talks through what he likes about it, what its shortcomings are. If there are any, you'll have to read the review to find out. But that's not all. It's not all Star Trek, obviously. There's loads of other good stuff in this particular issue of Blocks magazine. Super pleased with some of the fun features that we've got in this particular one. And I'm going to talk through some of the other things that are inside the magazine now. One of them is a building chat with senior model designer Laura Perrin. Laura was working in Ideas up until recently. She's on a different project now, but she has worked on some mega sets, the Twilight Cullen House, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. She's done all sorts of good stuff within Ideas, and we get into it. This is our second building chat with Laura. So in the previous one, we talk about her career, how she came to work at the Lego Group. In this one, we just deep dive into some of these mega models that she's been building, and she reveals the biggest secret she has ever had to keep whilst working at the Lego Group, that she even had to keep from her husband, who also works as a model designer. Now, Matt Childs has been around. I hope he doesn't mind me saying this. He's been around for a while. He's been in the community since there was an online Lego community. And he walks down memory lane. He shares his thoughts, his reflections of the journey that Lego fandom went on when it first got connected to the internet. Adult Lego fans could not get in touch with each other. People were just enjoying this hobby in a really solitary way. And then all of a sudden, they could link up, they could share information. They could send sets to each other. They could buy things from each other. They could show each other what they were building. They could give each other advice. It literally changed the game for Lego fandom. So all of this amazing stuff that we enjoy today online, Matt Childs tells us about the foundations of it, how it all came to be, how it evolved. Really, really interesting stuff. And so much stuff in there that surprised me that I'd never heard before about the early days of Lego fandom. So yeah, if you were there for it, it's going to be really nostalgic. But if you weren't, it's going to be really fascinating and surprising. If any of you are Fortnite players, then you might remember the season when Marvel and Fortnite mashed up for an absolutely epic storyline with Galactus as the main villain. So for this month's build project, we take the Fortnite battle bus and give it a Stark Industries makeover. Now, this is really cool because Daniel Konstanski created this modification of the actual set, but he did it in a way that the special Marvel attachments are easy to add and remove as you like, so you can switch back and forth between the original version of the set and the Marvel version of the set. So there's not full instructions for this, but there's lots of information and guides for how you can do some of the things within it. So this is something that you could take inspiration from and recreate at home if you've already got that Fortnite battle bus, and then you just get the relevant extra bricks to make it all Iron Man flavored. This is really fun. It was really amazing how well this one turned out. I was so excited when I saw that for the first time what he'd done on this one. Design Director Cerim Manovi takes us into Lego Dreams and talks about how they came up with the whole storyline for the third year of the theme. And it is illustrated by this beautiful concept art by Design Master Matt Betteker. So we get into his sketchbook. He let us take some of the images from there and share them with you, so you can see some of the beautiful, beautiful stuff that is what starts the process going to design the sets. So in Lego Dreams, they have this really cool thing where Matt will sketch some ideas out and things. The designers will go and build things. Then Matt will do sketches based on the designs, and it loops around. So it's this amazing creative flow that they get into. And this is why the models end up so imaginative, so wild, so wonderful because it goes through this process every time. So yeah, it's really fun getting to see some of the imagery that is usually only shown, on mood boards in Billund. Stefan Ekman was inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean to build this absolutely incredible, super spooky flying Dutchman ship. It's a really incredible ghost ship that he's put together, and we talked to him about it. He tells us what went into it, how he came up with it, some of the techniques he used, and how he solved problems and things like that. And then we highlight some of the interesting techniques and part uses in the build that you can use in your own creations. So really inspiring to take a look at his model, and then really practical to get some ideas from it. So hopefully that just gives you a flavour of what's in Blocks Magazine 134. It's available now at blocksmag.com. So go over there, check out the great value subscription packages. That's the best way to get it because you get much better prices. You get entered into a prize draw every month. You get other benefits. There's usually a deal on, so you might be able to get some extra freebies if you take out a 12 or 24-month print subscription. But if you just want to try it, then just buy this single issue, see what you think of it, and then, of course, you can come back for a subscription. Also, check out the Blocks book of retro Lego sets, which is our special magazine only focused on vintage and classic models. But do leave a comment and ask any questions you want to about this latest issue of Blocks magazine.